What's going on, everyone? Juicebags here, and welcome back to the channel. Today we're going to be taking a look at Cultist Simulator. Cultist Simulator is from Weather Factory, who brought us Sunless Sea and did release on Steam May 31st, 2018. Cultist Simulator is a hard management roguelite with a horror feel to it, and it is in the 1920s era Lovecraftian genre. This game, one thing to be said about it is it does have some serious depth. Now, it says right on their Steam page, this game is all about learning and exploration. There is no tutorial. It is all about learning the game on your own, and it is quite difficult. As you know, as the name implies, we are here to generate and build the cult of our choice. One thing can be said, though, is the game wants you dead. So with that in mind, you have to really manage your choices wisely. Everything is time-based and can go by very quickly. However, there is a pause button. Now, we're going to start off a brand new game on a freshly purged save file. That way you can get the initial experience. Let's go ahead and hop right on in. Now, there's a couple of different ways you'll play the game, and it's going to be kind of dependent on yourself. Do you want to play the game just as a strategic card management game, or do you want to play the game and get the rich, deep, and very dark stories that can be entailed? Now, if you want to choose the story route, it is there for you. However, at its core, it is a very strategic card management game. So starting things off, we're going to get, we start off with some actions. We start off with one action. That action is to work. This is how we're going to be generating our coins throughout and how we're going to stay alive. As you see, we've got 4 basic traits or basic stats. We're going to be starting off at 0 on each of these, and they are quite important. Everything on the screen you can move around to your heart's desire. Any new actions are going to show up in this box. Any new cards are going to show up in this box. Now, if another card comes that I already have, then it's going to go to where that card stack is. To start things off, though, we've only got one action. That action is to work, and our only option here is menial employment. A precarious position as a hospital porter. Miserable, but it's all you can find just now. So we're going to be going through the hospital and emptying the waste pans and various other unpleasantries, but let's go ahead and get that started. Now, as we see, this is a quick job. We're going to go ahead and pause it down below as we see here. Now, you can choose between normal and fast forward. Fast forward, you're really going to have to learn the game first. As I mentioned, this game is all about exploration, discovery, and learning. And to be quite honest with you, you're not going to make this through. You're not going to make it through this roguelite experience on your first attempt. In all reality, you probably won't make it through in your first 5 attempts. I'm 5 attempts in right now and nowhere near making it through the game. Let's start off by giving ourselves a name. We'll just call this one Juice. And let's go ahead and continue along and see what our work is going to give us. We see this timer is counting down. Each action is going to show the timer on it. There's going to be cards that are timed. There is going to be all sorts of things that we're going to want to pay attention to. So the pause button is seriously your friend. Now, we did learn another action here, and this one is Dream. So I'm just going to move that right up here where I like to keep my actions. And if we look at work, we did earn some funds and some health. So we look down here at the bottom. These are 2 of our basic traits or basic stats, so to speak, and funds and health. Now, funds are going to be a very, very important aspect of the game. Without funds, you will starve to death. So, of course, funds are quite important. We're going to put these cards, or I'm going to put these cards right up top here. Of course, you can put them wherever you want. We've got 2 funds right now. We've got a dream that's getting ready to unlock. However, we can put in more work. Now, we've already used up our menial hospital employment. And now we are going to have to go to the labor, just regular old unskilled labor. We're going to actually use our health card to do it. Let's go ahead and unpause and let that fly through. Now for this video, just so I can make it as far through as I can, I am going to use the fast forward. However, I will admit right up front, I am nowhere near skilled enough or knowledgeable enough about the game to be using fast forward. There's just no doubt about it. So I'm going to pause it again. Our dream is now unlocked. We collected a contentment card and a passion card. Now, if we take a look at these, passion, of course, is another one of our main traits. We're going to save that. And then contentment is a timed card that, sadly, we're not going to be able to do anything with this one, I don't believe. However, contentment is going to play a very, very important role in what you do in the future. Now, in addition, we learned a new action, and this action is going to be kind of like research. So we're going to go ahead and throw that up here. Let's go ahead and unpause again. And now we see we've got dream. We've got nothing going on there. We've got this contentment card. We'll just drop it right here for now. I think this contentment card will expire because, you know, contentment never lasts forever before I get a chance to use it anywhere. However, let's just continue to move right along here and see what we can do. So we're 5 seconds left or so on this particular labor job. When that one completes here, we are going to see we got our health back, but it is now fatigued, but we earned a vitality card. Now this one's going to last 3 minutes. Vitality, everything has tooltips, and this is also where you're going to experience the story. So it is a very diversified story each playthrough as you go through, and if you want to experience that story, it's going to be through text, reading through all of these tooltips. So now if we look at vitality, use with another vitality to improve your abilities. It lasts only 3 minutes if unused. Now, taking a look at our health. Our health is fatigued for 58 seconds or 1 minute, so we can't use our health here to get another vitality card. Vitality, of course, is only going to last 3 minutes, but what I can do is go ahead and dream on my health, and that essentially is going to be getting myself some nice rest. It's going to take 30 seconds, so it's basically going to shave 30 seconds off of that cooldown timer. And then we have time passes, and you see it is the little magnet at the bottom indicates it's going to be sucking in funds. Now this is going to go every 60 seconds. It's going to take 1 fund away from me. If I run out of funds, I'm going to starve to death. As I mentioned at the beginning, the game does want to kill you. So you need to keep your funds flowing as it ticks away, as you're just going to be losing it over time. Let's move these down just a touch further. And, you know, I do like the fact that you can move everything around and put it wherever you want. So we don't want to continue any work yet because I do want to get another vitality card. So let's go ahead and unpause it here. I'll fast forward through these timers. And we will get to a point where we're going to be able to gain another vitality, which in turn is going to get us more health. Now, we saw there that contentment card expired. If we take a look here at the course of the heart, my own heart pumps more strongly today, and I earned another vitality card through a different source. So now I actually don't need to worry about this rested health. Of course, I can use it to gain even more vitality. However, what I want to do now is I want to research these 2 vitality cards to get myself an additional health. Getting through with your base attributes that you have here, you're going to want to have some to spare. So you're going to want to create more health. You're going to want to create a ton more funds, and then more passion for certain. So let's go ahead and throw, you know what, let's just go ahead and throw our health card in. We'll get it started here, and then as this research or discovery finishes and ticks down, we'll throw our vitalities in there and earn an additional health. We'll go ahead and let those tick away. We see our funds are running low, so you do need to keep those funds flowing. I've got enough to last 1 more minute, so basically 2 minutes from right now, I would starve to death if I don't get more funds. This is the base aspect of the game. It gives it sort of a survival element to an extent that is completely unaffiliated with the cultists. Now, if your cultist leader dies, of course, there is no cult. So it is all about keeping yourself alive first. Now, this first discovery item has completed. You see, we got a lot of stuff. Tons and tons of stuff. And let's check it out. We got a bequest. A package of peculiar papers from my correspondence executor. I must study it using either passion or reason. We're going to set this aside for now. And you see here, we have unlocked our very first reason card. Now, reason is another one of our base stats. We're going to want to keep multiples of these here. And then now we have something else to study. Now, we know we're using our health right here. We want to create another health. And how we do that is we're going to combine 2 of the vitality cards, as it mentions here in the tooltip. So if we combine those, we are exercising the body. So let's go ahead and get that going. That's going to go for 60 seconds as well. We can just leave this bequest sitting here for the time being and not address that quite yet. Now, we're going to be getting our extra health out of this particular research. However, we did just create a job, and if we take a look, we got our fatigued health back, but we also earned another vitality. Now, as you go up, it's going to be more, it's going to require more and more to earn more health. Now, our health is once again is fatigued. Let's just go ahead and throw that in here, and we'll let it rest, and we'll shave off 30 seconds of that timer. So let's go ahead and let these roll. We're going to be able to get another... We'll get another health right here. And what did we just get here? This is a quick one. Exotic cravings. What hungers drive us? Let's let that fly. And here we look. We got our health card back. Back at full. We can continue work again because we don't want to run out of funds. Even though we have 10 now, that can burn so quickly. Now, in addition to that, if we check right here, we've got our health card back, or our next health card back. And in addition to that, we learned a skill. This particular skill, a stronger physique. I benefited from exercise. Use this with 2 lessons learned to gain more health. So I don't think I'm actually going to be able to get another health off of this vitality card. We'll take a look at that once the timer gets in. Let's go ahead and unpause and let these fly here and see what we're going to get. Now here, we managed to collect Restlessness. We are now restless. You see, this is going to expire after 40 seconds. So I'm just going to ignore this one altogether. We've got our work just about to complete. And uh-oh, here we go. Bleak thoughts, dark days. I must be careful not to let doubts creep in. Dread may provoke full-fledged despair. Now, there is a card that I don't have yet that is going to be the Dread card. What this is going to do is it is going to create a Dread card, or it's going to look for a Dread card, pardon me, every 60 seconds. If it finds 3 Dread cards, we are off to the padded room, straight up, institutionalized, game over, it's time for a fresh start. Did I mention the game wants to kill you? Oh yes, it certainly does. Now, one way, or the way to get rid of these bleak thoughts, of course, is going to be to get yourself another contentment card. Now, how are we going to get a contentment card? Well, we're still early in the game. We don't have the availability to get a bunch of them. However, I think I get a chance of getting a contentment card if I put a health in here. I'm not positive on that one. Let's just go ahead and we'll try it out and let it go. And then at some point, we're going to want to do this bequest. So we need to have what? We need to use either passion or reason. So let's go ahead and throw that bequest in there. Let's go ahead and go with passion. We'll start that one up and we will unpause. Now, sometime here real soon, I think I'm going to want to change up my work here. We can get a different approach and go with maybe some reason down the road. This is about to complete here, so let's see what we've got here. We got our passion card back. Notes on a possible collaborator. A smith's secret. Notes on a possible collaborator. What could that mean? We've got directions to Moorlands. We've got a temptation now. The temptation of power. And we've got a little bit of lore with a smith's secret. Now, if we go back into discovery and we put, let's see, can we do anything with this? I'm not certain if that's going to give me another health, but we're going to give it a whirl here. And I want to kind of change the pace a little bit and maybe go with job pertaining to reason. So we're going to throw our reason in. This is going to be clerical work. Find work which will spare my body, if not my mind. Right now, our health is a little farther along than anything else, so let's work on our reason a little bit. Now, as we look through, we're going to... Ooh, that one is done already. Let's go ahead and pause it again. So we get our reason card back, and then we got what? We got a job offer, a real job. Junior position at Glover & Glover. My intellect should be put to better use, but the pay is better than laborer's work. If you don't attend this job regularly, you might suffer a demotion. You see here, this job offer has 79 seconds left on it. What are we going to do about that? Well, you know what? Let's do it. Let's go ahead and start our new job doing junior work at Glover & Glover. And we'll go ahead and unpause once again and let some more of these tick through. Now we've got our dream completed. That gave us a fleeting reminiscence. Fleeting reminiscence is another card that's going to be quite useful as you play through the game. And we're going to be able to use fleeting reminiscence to get rid of some nastiness that we could potentially find later. So let's see. Let's go ahead and continue along. We'll let this research continue up. And let's see what we get here. We got a lesson learned. Okay, so there we go. So we know that we need what? This one lasts 5 minutes. We need a lesson learned plus 2 vitalities, I believe. Use this with your strength skill to improve the skill and gain health. It lasts up to 5 minutes before it decays back to vitality. Okay, so this will turn back into vitality as we go. If I would have stayed on the health route here, I could have pumped more health, but I do want to look at these other options. Now let's take a look at this note on a possible collaborator, because you know you can't have a cult without some cultists. So let's go ahead and research that one. We will unpause once again. Now, like I said, I really don't encourage the fast forward use until you have a little better grasp of the game. We're using it right now anyway. Now, remember, you can actually bounce back and forth between jobs. You just have to look at the timers, where if we take a look, this one's got 87 seconds left on it. So if we did want to go with another health, we can do that, as this is a 60-second job, and that is still going to leave us 27 seconds to report back to our junior position at Glover & Glover. So all is not lost right away. We got the exotic cravings again. Let's go ahead and unpause it. And oh my, we just collected another action, and this action is going to be talk. We're going to be able to talk to our acquaintances, but what did we get here? We've got more restlessness and another temptation of power. So our restlessness is definitely going up like crazy. We also ended up with some mystique. Now, mystique is something that the police are going to be interested in. Hopefully this doesn't attract any of them. Let's go ahead and see how we go here, though. We've got 30 seconds left on this one. I'm going to want to pause it right away. That way I don't derp on the timing between those two. In fact, we'll just hold off on this talking until that one ticks. Oh my, and what is this? This is kind of like a sanity check. The sun flickers like a shadow. Dreams ripple beyond the surface mirrors. I must be careful not to drift from the waking world. Fascination may provoke visions. Oh man. So this is going to be kind of a sanity check that's going to be running. If we collect these, we now have a vitality. We've got a fatigued health that needs to recover. We can actually throw that in our rest and let that go. But can we do anything with these? Let me see. We've got a lesson learned. No, let's take that one out. We can go... No, we can't go with that one either. I'm thinking we may end up needing multiple lessons learned. Can we take... No, we can't do any research on that one yet. So let's just put the vitality right here. We also know we had 24 seconds left on Glover and Glover. This vitality's got 3 minutes left. We still got plenty of time left on our lesson learned. So let's go ahead and appease the Glover and Glover job. Now we can add diligence. The scratching of pens, the sourness of dust, the sighing of the younger Glover, the greedy gurgling of the elder. So what do we want to do? Do we want to add in... We can add in reason, might be the choice to make. Let's go ahead and add that in. And then if we look here, our acquaintance. Our acquaintance is Layla, is a tinkerer and mechanic with an uncanny knack. You might be able to recruit this acquaintance as a follower. So let's see, what do we want to actually research next? I don't think we can do, or we need a lesson learnt from those. We need one more lesson learnt before we can use that skill. I actually have gotten all jacked up on the laborious tasks here from the start. Now, why don't we go ahead and have a little chat with Layla here and see what he is up to. Okay, let's pause once again. If we take a look, Layla wants some lore. Choose founding principles, tradition and compulsion, old, new, or both together. Add lore to determine your cult's founding principles. And here we go. So what are our options for lore? Well, in this run, we got a Smith's secret. In 5 continents, Smiths have whispered the same words to the iron. Murderers have been known to whisper these words to, and adepts, of course. These words are spoken in ritual, to inspire an unmerciful change. Well, that is going to be our doctrination. Let's let it fly here. We can go ahead and... Oh, we collected some notoriety. Now, notoriety as well is going to be something that the police are interested in, and there is a lot of time left on those before they go away. If we take a look here, our health is fully recovered. We can decide what we are going to do. So let's go ahead and unpause. Let's go ahead and chat with Layla a little bit more and see what he's interested in this time. Uh-oh, what did we have here? The wrong kind of attention. The city is rife with journalists and detectives and other meddlers. How long will they leave me in peace? Now, this particular card is looking for... I think it's looking for notoriety. Mystique will actually prolong the activity, but I think I may be in trouble here. Now, if we look at Layla, the hour we will serve requires pain. I must give of myself. This means to get our cult continued along, we are going to have to give it a sacrifice of blood. So let's drop some health in there. If we take a look here, we got even more notoriety. Oh my goodness. We could potentially be in really, really bad shape here. We've got the health going in. What do we have here? We've got our fleeting reminiscence from our sanity check. Let's go ahead and unpause it. And then, of course, we completed... Oh, what did we get? Is this a... Or no, that's just our regular position. I thought it could potentially be an upgrade. Now, let's see. What do we need? We need another vitality so that we can create another lesson learned. And boy, this is quite dangerous because I don't have an additional health just sitting. But let's go ahead and do a health job. Actually, that one is going to screw my timing there. So I messed up my timing at Glover and Glover. Looks like I could potentially be unemployed quite quickly here. And what do they want to collect this time? A cult with one member is only an unusual habit. I must have a recruit. Oh, well, good lord. Let's get a recruit in there. And bam, let's pause it. Our cult has happened. Our rise begins. I have founded my cult. This is a step to greater power. Use your cult to recruit and promote followers. Talk with followers about your cult. to send them out on cult business. Additionally, we got a temporary headquarters, and we got the unflinching order, which is a little bit more lore. Now, as you see, we're working into it. We've got an injury here. We need rest and nourishment. We'll throw that one right in there. We're going to need to give it some medicine. So we can give it some vitality. Do we want to do that? I mean, we can't use this vitality, can we? Actually, it says we can. You know what? Let's give it some cash. Basically, we can afford to go to the doctor, so that is what we're going to do to rest through that injury. Now, here I am ranting away. We're already 25 minutes into the video, so this is really a short introduction to Cultist Simulator. The game gets quite complex. You build out massive followings of cultists with tons of lore, tons of research, and just tons of danger all along the way. There will be murder, there will be mystery, there will be mayhem, and the Cultist Simulator will provide it all once you figure it out, as it is a learning experience playing this game. I can't stress that enough. This is not something you're going to jump into and figure out on your first time through. So if you want a game that has the strategic card management element with a lot of learning and growing and theory crafting how different things are going to come to different results, then Cultist Simulator is one you just may want to check out. Now, as I mentioned, you will die. When you die, you're going to get the choice of starting with a profession, one of 3 that you can pick from to begin your next run. So that helps you kind of progress along and get through the game a little bit better. However, that will do it for now. Thanks an absolute ton for watching. Links to the Cultist Simulator are down in the description below. This video was sponsored by Indie Boost, so thank you very much for that. And I will see ya next time around. Take it easy.